The Shark Deck.
Today's Palace Intrigue is brought to you by 5 Good News Stories. Can I interest you in some meatballs made out of mammoth meat? No? All right, hi, I'm Johnny Mack, host of 5 Good News Stories. It's a twice-a-week podcast where I share some upbeat stories like the dog who only will respond to commands if you use an Irish brogue. Or what about the guy who's filling potholes with noodles? Or the woman who, congratulations, she passed her driver's license. Oh, by the way, it was her 960th try. You heard me correctly. It's 5 Good News Stories. Nice, easy way to start your morning. 5 Good News Stories. The number 5 Good News Stories, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. It looks like there will be no balcony for Harry and Meghan. Detailed plans seen by the Mirror reveal a final group of 15 which will show the heartbeat and future of his family. A source with knowledge of the plan said, "The king has been very clear who he wants to represent the monarchy. There is little room for sentiment. This is a state occasion, not a family occasion, and it is right that only the working members of the family are there at the big public moment." It is also being reported Harry and Meghan still have not responded to the official invitation from the king. Sources all claim the balcony is not a bug sticking point with the Sussexes. Despite the RSVP date being passed, a source told the Daily Mail it was unlikely such a date would be imposed on family members, but added, "Everything is still up in the air and there's only a month to go. All people have been told is that it should hopefully be resolved soon." But in the meantime, the teams are trying to finalize plans for 2,000 guests, many of whom are international heads of state and VIPs. It's a headache. The balcony lineup is believed to be the King and Queen, William, Kate and their 3 children, Princess Anne and Tim Lawrence, Prince Edward and Sophie, the Duke of Kent, 87, and his sister Princess Alexandra, 86. And the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. The Duke, Prince Richard, is the most senior male line descendant of Queen Victoria, and her husband Albert, Prince Consort. He was first cousin to Queen Elizabeth II. Prince Richard has been a full-time working member of the royals for decades. A source said, "The balcony moment will be the king's final presentation of a slimmed-down monarchy, which of course will even be further slimmed down once the Gloucesters, Duke of Kent and Princess Alexandra finally step away from public life and into their well-earned retirements." It is a final thank you for them and a nod to their support of his mother during her 70-year reign. None of those people are Prince Andrew, who will also be banished from appearing at the monarch's side during his big moment in front of an expected crowd of thousands outside the palace and down the mall. Another interesting note is the invitations to the coronation, which were sent to more than 2,000 guests, used the title Queen Camilla for the first time in an official capacity. Queen, not Queen Consort. A royal source said, "It made sense to refer to Her Majesty as the Queen Consort in the early months of His Majesty's reign, to distinguish her from Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Camilla is the appropriate title to set against King Charles on the invitation. The coronation is an appropriate time to start using Queen Camilla in an official capacity. All former Queen Consorts have been known as Queen, plus their first name." It reads, "The coronation of their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla, by command of the King, the Earl Marshal, is directed to invite, name here, to be present at the Abbey Church of Westminster on 6th day of May 2023. Future King Prince George will be playing an important role in the coronation, alongside 7 schoolboys with all named as pages of honour who will attend their Majesties during the coronation service." Palace Intrigue will be right back. Hey, I'm going to whisper some magic words to you. Palace 65. Palace 65. Remember those words, because you are going to feel like royalty when HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit, saves you that much money. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why HelloFresh now has 40 weekly recipes to choose from. You can say ta-ta to your recipe rut and treat yourself and your family to exciting new flavors every week. Looking for an easy way to eat well and save money? Cut back on expensive takeout and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. You'll love how fast and easy it is to whip up a restaurant-quality meal right in your own kitchen. In the time it takes to listen to Palace Intrigue here, you could be halfway done in prepping dinner. HelloFresh's latest line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling portions are ready in less than 15 minutes. Enjoy taste and quality done quickly with recipes like falafel power bowls, seared steak and potatoes with bayonnaise sauce, or Southwest pork and bean burritos. But here's the craziest deal for Palace Intrigue listeners. Go to hellofresh.com/palace65 and use that code PALACE65 for a 65% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/palace65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's one crazy deal.
I'm Nina Hobson, ex-police detective from the UK. I've worked on every crime mentionable, from murder to kidnap to stalking to fraud. When I left the force, I launched my own investigations firm that soon became a global operation. I'm also a single mother of two, to two members of my team, my son Harrison and daughter Amy. Every week, we'll be getting first-hand accounts from psychological experts, operatives, former criminals, actual victims of the crimes that we investigate, and of course, my very own flesh and blood. From Storic Media, you're listening to Codename Siren, a true crime podcast. Available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
The White House confirmed that the King has invited Joe Biden for a state visit. White House spokeswoman Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said that Mr. Biden had accepted the invite during a recent telephone call. The president was invited to the coronation but will not attend. First Lady Jill Biden will go in his place. Ms. Jean-Pierre said that Mr. Biden had a telephone call of about 25 minutes with the King. She said he congratulated the King on his upcoming coronation. They have a very friendly conversation. He has a good relationship with the King. He talked about how he enjoyed visiting the Queen back in 2021 when he and First Lady came to Windsor, and he hoped to visit again soon. Actually, during the call, the King offered for him to come and do a state visit, which the president accepted. So they will see each other again very soon. They have a very good relationship. There are many things that they both care about, key shared values, key shared issues that they want to continue to discuss, like climate change. And that conversation will continue in the visit in the near future. I do not have a timeline. I can't say when it will be, but the president was appreciative of the offer by the King and looks forward to it. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, YouTube Music, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.